This video is going to be a fun one. I'm going to share about my journey when I first started smoking weed. I know many of you think I'm a troll on the internet who's never smoked weed, and I should probably get high because I'm so uptight in some of my clips where I trigger you guys. But you'll get to see what I was like and what my story was like when I started incorporating weed into my life, because I was so damn stressed, because I am a very uptight person. And it was something that really helped me in the time of my life where I was struggling the most. But that's not where the story ends. So check this video out. Once I started getting out of college and wasn't bodybuilding anymore, I moved up to the Bay Area. This is where weed comes into the picture, by the way. I moved up to the Bay Area. I start working as an engineer, and I like instantly realized I hate this shit. I'm like, this is awful. I don't like this at all. I'm stressed out. This is not what I like wanted to be doing. I love technology, no doubt about that. But I just felt out of my element. Like I was more like gravitated towards people talking about things and like getting things moving in that kind of way, not like sitting there and writing code all day. It wasn't. It was something I felt like I had to do at the time, but it wasn't what my forte was.
Well, there was a little season of like where I didn't see you, or obviously I didn't see you because you lived up there, but we didn't talk that much. And the few times I talked to you, you seemed very like down, like down. Depressed. Totally. Down, and a lot of it had to like do with weed, and that's really when we actually started like really talking about weed a lot. That's when we really started talking about weed. I also had invested in a semi-legal grow. We'll call it for a podcast. It was a legal grow, but I invested a ton of money. I don't even want to say how much. It's embarrassing. In a indoor grow. Yeah. And so at the time we were talking about weed, we're talking about selling weed, we're talking about
because I was interested in making money from anything. So I was
anything.
Like,
you were trying how to get your hustle on.
Yeah, I was like, what are we flipping? What are we doing? How are we doing this? I was in the circle with the Bay Area people up there because we'd actually, so to kind of give back to that like story, because I was so stressed out in my life, not happy being an engineer, and I didn't know where to go. Yeah. And I couldn't really drink every week. It was first, I was super expensive in San Francisco. Yeah. And second, it's terrible for you, right? And so when I was introduced by weed, I have to sit up. Thank you. When I was introduced to weed, I was like, wow, this is fucking great. What is this? So first it was the vape pens because they have no smell and they're easy to discreet. You can hide them, take them wherever. And I started just getting high on that. And I was like, man, this is great. This makes me feel so good. There's no hangover the next day. Life is great. But as that usage kept going up, because it was my way of coping through that hard time, I think I found myself in a place where I found, okay, I'm really driven. I know I want to do big things. Yeah. And that's when I think I started connecting back with you, because I'm like, okay, dude, I think weed is the best thing there is right now. And I knew you had connections with that type of business. Yeah. So we started talking again about like, what can be done? How do people make money in this? And like, I was talking to growers up there who were doing wholesale distribution, and this is before the legalization or in the state of California.
There was the medical.
Yeah, medical was legal.
It was a more gray area. You know what I mean? It was a
gray area, but we were exploring those topics, and then I think when you and I started talking about it, I was getting to a point in my consumption where I was just doing way too fucking
Is that
much.
Really when you started smoking, was the Bay Area, or in earnest? I mean, you may have puffed it one or two times.
I don't remember if I ever puffed anything in college because I was so into bodybuilding.
Not that I don't remember you smoking nothing
I was
at that
not
party.
Into
you
shit.
were probably eating boiled
I mean, I was
chicken.
taking some other stuff, but some PEDs, but that was about it. But I thought stoners were like losers, essentially. I thought weed was horrible. It stank and it had no purpose in life. I was like, what the fuck? Why would you ever smoke weed? Until I like started smoking weed. And then I was like, bro, this is the best thing. Where has this been my whole life? Yeah. Make sure you check out the full podcast. It's linked in the description of this video.